Tonight, a family and their baby, only months old, are dealing with life on the streets. It's a reality for hundreds of families with kids in the valley as Arizona's homeless crisis worsens.
The I-Team first introduced you to Jane when she was still pregnant in our series, Hidden Homeless. She hoped speaking out about their dire situation would help them. But months later, the I-Team's Erica Stapleton found it's still not easy to get help or shelter, even after the baby's born.
Jane is on the move.
Yeah.
Her 2 young daughters in tow.
She's just a very happy little girl. Say hi.
Step by step down the streets of Central Phoenix with nowhere to go. We first met Jane in November 2022.
When the baby comes, I should hopefully have a place by then.
At that point, she was homeless and pregnant, living out of their SUV. We've changed her name due to her circumstances.
You know, at least we have our vehicle to sleep in. There's a lot of homeless people that don't even have that.
9 months later, at the end of August, Jane is still homeless with her new baby, now 8 months old.
She loves her sister so much.
Her 5-year-old and her partner.
Not right now, we're gonna go with Dad.
Over the past few years, the couple said they lost their jobs, then their savings, then their housing.
I don't know if you see that wooden trailer down there.
And it's been a slippery slope ever since.
I don't know, it's like every time we think we're gonna come up, something always comes and knocks us back down, but even harder.
Her partner just finished building this box by hand to help care for the girls.
Yeah, so right here is the water for the shower, and then right here we have the AC. It's like a table.
Their will to survive, both savvy
When we shower, it just shoots out and it drains right down there.
and sad.
It's a place for them to put their head for the night, you know?
Let this all sink in. A baby born into homelessness, and a mom somehow raising her family while lacking one of life's most basic needs. As resourceful as this all is,
We've applied in every place that we're supposed to. We're doing everything that we're supposed to do.
Jane doesn't want her family spending the night in this box.
It's not like we're just saying, oh well, you know. We're not. We haven't given up yet.
She's been on a county-wide wait list for shelter space since at least July.
We really need the help, and we can't even get it.
You have to jump through a lot of hoops and clear a lot of obstacles when you're in the homelessness system, and it brings a lot of trauma to a family that's already experienced more trauma than you and I can possibly know.
Jackson Fonder is the CEO of You Mom New Day Centers, which keeps track of the family shelter waitlist in Maricopa County. As of mid-August, there were more than 280 families waiting on shelter space. Those families include more than 400 adults and nearly 700 children.
And the wait time is about 5.5 weeks.
When I saw those numbers, my jaw literally dropped.
I will tell you right now at 280, that is an emergency number in my head when I see that. It's sort of like an all hands on deck. You got to do what you can to move people out as fast as possible.
But when people aren't connecting to affordable housing or to jobs, the wait list backs up, all while more people are asking to get on it.
The higher the severity, the higher you go up on the list. That's tough to have a family check in with us and do the intake and then send them on their way.
What's the reality of where they're going back to?
The reality is they're going back to where they most likely came from, which could have been a friend's apartment, might be in a hotel that you or I would never stay at, or a lot of times they go back to their automobile, their car, and they might be parking it in the back of a retail store. They've got no place to go.
After Jane gave birth at the hospital, both she and her partner were arrested for failing to appear in court. They said they didn't get notices because they didn't have an address for mail. Plus,
the day that I had my hearing is when I went into labor and had my baby.
The pair faced charges in a forgery and theft case from last year, but earlier this year, they took plea deals so they could go out on probation to raise their girls.
She's got the cutest little feet.
Being homeless with kids isn't in itself a crime.
My kids are happy kids. Hi. My kids are very well fed. They're very well taken care of.
But it is hard. Jane said they crammed into a relative's apartment during the hottest days of summer. And in early August, their SUV was towed. Phoenix police told us it was inoperable, didn't have registration, and that the couple was warned before the towing.
All of our clothes, all of the Pampers, formula, everything that I needed. Everything important was in that car.
Less than 2 weeks later, another blow. The relative they'd been staying with got evicted for having homeless people at their place. Jane and her partner weren't officially on the lease, meaning they got locked out too.
Literally all we have now.
Despite the contact with police and courts and being on the family shelter waitlist for weeks,
Be careful with your shoes.
it was easier to scrounge materials on the streets to build this box than it was to get any immediate help.
Somebody just helping us, like giving us a hand, and then from there we can take it.
Such a heartbreaking situation. But Jane's story doesn't end here. The I-Team called the city of Phoenix while at the box to let them know about this family's dire situation. And how exactly does that huge shelter wait list work? What happens next after the break?